So I tried to check out M1 Finance. I thought it was okay, but mainly okay for a beginner that was just getting into stocks. But for someone like me who's a bit more on the advanced end, it's not something I'm looking for. But I was honestly mainly looking for it because it has some other features that other accounts like Robinhood and Webull doesn't have. Webull, yeah, they have a regular IRA, but it doesn't have a Roth IRA, which is what I was looking for. But I know other companies like Fidelity has it, but I was just curious about this one because it seemed like one of the other popular apps as well. But yeah, it fueled my curiosity. But yeah, you have the traditional IRA, you have the Roth IRA, you have plenty of different options, and at the same time, you can do joint investing if you want to open trust accounts. So yeah, something for your family and all that. And yeah, you can open up investment accounts and get a percentage like a bank account, just like a savings account at your bank. And yeah, transfer funds. You can borrow funds to invest with if you want to. Not that I would ever really recommend it. I mean, the percentage rate, it's not bad, but at the same time, it's for an investment. Personally, I would never like take out a loan to invest with because that just like makes things much harder for you in terms of mindset. It kind of ups your risk. That's just my view on it, anyways. But yeah, I wouldn't like borrow money to risk. I would rather like put in a percentage of my own earnings and stick with that because then what if I lose like all the money that I borrowed? Then I not only lost the money that my hard-earned money, but now I have to pay a debt to someone. That's just something that runs through my mind. I mean, yeah, 3.5% isn't bad, and if you see an opportunity, maybe, but it depends. But at the same time, it's best to put yourself in a position to not need it at all. And on top of that, it's best to put yourself in a position to where you're actually making profits first. So if you're making profits first anyways, then you're not even going to really think about borrowing money because you're most people are just going to flip the money that they have over and over and over again the entire time, or just have patience and just reinvest your earnings. It's just much safer to me. I mean, some people can be riskier than others, but it's just much better to put yourself in a position to where you don't have to like take out loans. You're just build your knowledge and your skill that way, and you'll actually be better off. But this app also gives you a lot of pretty helpful information if you want to like take advantage of it. But as far as how to actually use this app, it works on a pie system. So you can use what experts are using. You can check research securities if you want to, but typically you're gonna like create your own pie. It's not like Robinhood, E Trade, M1 Finance where you can like buy entire shares. Like, well, you can buy an entire share, but what it's going to actually do is actually like, for example, let's say I put a pie together, and it's like a piece of Tilray, a Freya, Canopy Growth, Kronos Group, Pinterest. I'm going to split it up into a percentage of what I want in this portfolio. So, for example, it's not going to have me like pay for this. Like Tilray alone is like 19 bucks. I can't just say I want to put $100 into Tilray and then just be happy with that. If I put $100 into this, it's going to divide it up into all of these shares. So $100, like 35% of that $100 is going into Tilray. 10% is going into FRIA because that's how it's set up. Yet you can manage that and change the percentages if you want to go to different assets. But yeah, that's how it's actually going to be spread out, and you can create multiple different types of pies that way. So yeah, that's how that works. It's just utilizing fractional shares. So you're investing your money into like a piece of Tilray or a piece of Freya, depending on how much money you're actually putting into the account. It's not like Robinhood where you can actually buy an entire share. But even still, like in apps like Robinhood, you do have the option to purchase fractional share anyways. You could actually, it'll actually be more visible with those type of apps. So personally, for someone like me, I mean, for a beginner, it's good. But for someone more advanced, it just seems much simpler to go with something along the lines of like Robinhood or Webull. I mean, Robinhood is still a beginner's app, anyways. But for someone that wants to kind of be safe and diversify in a percentile way, it's good for a beginner. But it just depends on what you're after, I guess. But personally, for someone who's looking for bigger things out of their investment, I just would never use like finance. But it's an opportunity for anyone else who wants to take advantage of this pie system. It's not bad for a beginner. So check it out if you want it.